running. We up and running. Y'all already know what the vibe is. Okay, let me take y'all down and then put y'all up, cause there we go. So, welcome to my channel. Let me take So this this live this video is very spontaneous, but I just felt called to talk about this. I don't really talk to y'all on my channel more than just do readings, but I don't want to just I want there to be a space to be judge free. I want there to be space for um openness, oneness, compassion, empathy, and judgment free. Okay, so this download came through and we're gonna just talk about it. So I'm gonna start with what the download I had today, and then I'm gonna go backwards. So today I was just realizing, like, I love water. I love drinking water. I try to drink water majority of the time. If I am drinking something else, I'm either with family, like out to eat, or just having a craving, my menses or whatever, my cycle, my period, my flow. And so I might have a craving or two or five, or yeah, that's really it. So majority of the time I am drinking water. If I'm working out, maybe I'll probably drink like an energy drink, a Powerade or something, to hydrate, but water. The theme here is water, okay? So I'm like, man, I got put onto this liquid IV. If you don't know about liquid IV is a hydration multiplier, okay? So one packet of the liquid IV is three bottles. You put it in one bottle of water, 1 16-ounce bottle of water, and it equals 3 bottles of water. So it's supposed to keep you more hydrated, and it's filled with electrolytes. Okay, so long story short, I was asking myself, well, why did I stop drinking water just by itself? Like, I got the concept of the liquid IV, and because I work out and I lift at work, and I actually lift, I get the concept of staying hydrated. But I'm like, all I ever really needed was the water. I don't care that the water has no taste. Water is very refreshing. It's thirst quenching. It's amazing, right? And somewhere down the line, the download took me to, you've been watering down things that you tell people to make it more tolerable, because you have been indulging into sweet things lately. I'm very blunt and honest with myself. They're like, you need to chill out with the sweets. And I'm like, yeah, facts. Okay, facts. Chill out with junk food in general. Like, that's how I know there's an imbalance. But we gonna get into that as well. So basically, I was saying, okay, I've been putting in this additive to my water to make it taste better. When did I get to that point? When did I get to that period in my life I have to have something extra in my water to make it taste good? And so we're going to backtrack. I really wish I would have wrote this download down, but I don't feel like I need to, because like that shit will stick with me forever. It's ingrained in my spirit. I was meditating. I was meditating to a Joe Dispenza meditation, because I'm reading The Power of Now, and the book, I'm like a chapter and a half, 2 chapters in, and already I was feeling very inspired. I've understood the concept of meditation, mindset change, but he goes into really like in depth. I'm talking about epigenetics, DNA, biology, chemical, like all that stuff. So I'm like mind blown already just at the things, the eternal now, the future. It's very interesting, okay? It's very mind opening, okay? Expanding the consciousness, being aware, learning, all that. I love it. I'm a life path 7. I love to see truth. I love to see new things. I love to open my mind to new avenues of wisdom. So I was, and mind you, the meditation was 15 minutes, but I swear I felt like I was there in the fucking download. So let me take y'all. So it's guided, boom. So it's not guided, but it's you sit right into where your memory is supposed to go, where your consciousness is supposed to go. That's where it's gonna go. And all of a sudden, boom, I'm looking right at my inner fucking child. I'm looking at maybe 6-year-old me, 5-year-old me. I'm outside my old house. I used to stay in. That was my very first house I stayed in, and I'm wearing an orange shirt. An orange shirt. This makes a lot of sense. With the white fucking overalls, and I'm on a bike. I'm on my trike. You know them plastic trikes we used to ride? Hell yeah. And mine was like white, blue, and pink. But somebody's standing in front of me. Mind you, I don't see the person. But like, I'm looking at her, yo. And I'm like, I just feel like in the first chapter, the first or second chapter, he recalls a experience he had with his inner child. And I'm like, wow. It's like mine. It's the most amazing thing because I literally cried. I was crying in that meditation, like bawling, like, yo. Cause all I felt was love. Like that was like heart activating for me because she was basically telling me, so before I start what I'm about to say, I'm looking at her and all of a sudden she's in the moment, right? Me in the moment back then, but now is in that moment. And then she looks at me. Bro, she looked at me and waved at me, bro. I'm like, what? Like, you see me and I wave back at her, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, it was like, whoa. And that's when I made the connection, bro, to everything. That's when I made the connection to everything. I literally understood everything up until then about everything that I had been through thus far. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was filled with so much love. I am filled with so much love. I almost forgot what love was. I almost forgot what it was like to be her. I almost lost her. Like, that was a life, like, oh my gosh. I did not say we was not finna cry on this channel. I did not say that, and I don't give a fuck. My spirit guides had to intervene and bring her into me because I was dead ass finna give up on love. How to love, how to give love, how to receive love, what love was to me forgetting that I was love. I was finna give up on myself. Essentially, that's what it would have been. Me forgetting what love was forgetting what I was. I was forgetting who I was at my core, at my soul. Each experience, each encounter, each interaction with somebody or myself, inch by inch, I was getting further and further and further away from her. Forgetting who I really was. Indulging in things that did not represent or resonate with who that inner child was. And they said, you forgot who you are? You are her. You are her. You still are her. She is you. Y'all are linked. Y'all are connected. Y'all will forever be connected. But I've had to see her with my own two eyes. I had to see, no. Take that back. I had to see her with my eye. I had to see her in my mind's fucking eye, yo. I had forgot what love was. And in spirit, my divine beings showed me who I was in that moment. And I realized that I am love. I am purity. I'm everything that I need to be. I am joy. I am happiness. I am inspiration. I am goodness. I am wholeness. I am one. I am innocence. That was me in living in the present. And that's what it kind of boiled down to. I had forgot how to enjoy things from a pure space. I've been indulging in things or participating in things that had to be tainted. That's the word that I'm getting right now. Tainted energy. I had been around a lot of tainted energy because I had become tainted by my experiences. I'm not even going to say by society, but my experiences and my mindset and my actions were leading me down a path of impurity, of tolerance, not acceptance. And wow, I had tolerated a lot of shit. I had tolerated a lot of tainted energies. I had tolerated a lot of tainted energy within me. And I'm coming into this space of acceptance and leaning into that pure energy. Leaning into what it means to be just pure. Pure goodness. Pure wholeness. Pure, genuine energy. Because I am that. I am that. And I almost allowed the Matrix, this world, to get to me and put me in a place where I did not belong. Because I'm not of this world, I'm in it. And I almost forgot who I was for a moment. Like, I'm not just a bad bitch. I'm not just a queen. No disrespect to anyone. But, like, I am a pure fucking soul, bro. Like, if you resonate with this shit, you resonate with this shit. You feel me? You understand me. And I'm done. I'm done watering myself down to make myself more appeasing or more pleasing or more fucking aesthetic. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I speak pureness into everything I speak. I have no ill intent when I say shit. I'm not going to backtrack on what the fuck I say. I'm not going to overthink what the fuck I say because I don't give a fuck about what anyone else thinks, because it's not about y'all. It's not about me. It's about what I'm called to do by God, by spirit. So yes, I may trigger people. Yes, I may say things that may come off a type of way, but by no means is it that way if it's not meant to be that way. I would never intentionally disrespect the collective. I would never intentionally step on anyone's toes. But if you understand what I'm saying, you will not skip over the message just because of how the messenger says that. Just because I used to feel so attacked when people used to talk to me. And I realized it was never an attack. It was only because of how I was feeling. Now, if somebody, you can tell when someone is blatantly disrespecting you, and you can tell when it's like, oh, yeah, okay. And not taking things personally. Because, yeah, they're like, did you hear that? Did you hear what you just said? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I will complete that part of my mission tomorrow, okay? What I say is out of love. For real. And I'm not the type of person to really go off or get angry. Only when I'm pushed past the limits. And even at that point, that's someone at that point, that's somebody trying to take me out of my that's someone trying to take me out of my character. So even then, you know, that would have to be something that I would have to take up with God and forgive, because I allowed that person to allow me to have an out of body experience and allow them to taint my energy. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Wow. 3:33 on the clock, bro. Wow. That's crazy. That was a full circle moment right there. Listen, when you come to realize like where you been and who you are, it makes sense. I'm telling you. A lot of people recognize energies, and a lot of people can see you before you see you. And a lot of people who do, oh man. Okay. All right. So the story was purity. So I saw her, and I really resonated with that because I was forgetting who I was at one point. And that was purity. And my meditation today, I'm just going to give y'all, I'm just, vibing. So I was in meditation today, and I seen smoke. I seen smoke, and I was like, the first, when I think of fog, when I think of smoke, I think of illusions. So, no, I was doing, let's see. I don't think I have my notebook with me, but I was doing my intentional journaling today. So, I was doing for my business, and I was just intentional, very tapped into how I want to go about my business. I answered 5 questions, very thorough. But then something sparked. Like I felt this shadow, this it was very gray. It was very foggy. It was like smoke, and immediately I thought of illusions. I'm like, wow, I just broke something. I just broke something. I really wish I had my notebook in front of me so I could tell y'all, but the questions were based around why do you do this? Who are you doing it for? And any branch of my brand is always about helping the collective, healing the collective, and healing myself. Healing myself through doing that. Coming into balance with how I see myself, how I connect with people, through expressing myself. And dang, yeah. So I was just like, wow. It just all made sense in that moment. Like, damn, like you really just came out of like a really crazy ass cycle. You really just came out of a whole storm, bro. And it's crazy. It's very divine. Oh fuck, hold on. Damn. It's very damn, okay. It's very divine how it rained today too. It's all adding up. It all adds up at the end of the day. It's all connections at the end of the day. Damn, they was like and it goes back to water. Oh shit, y'all. You know, I had this oh my fuck. All right, so I'm speaking up. I have to speak up because I was about to buy this car, right? And as soon as I said no, I was this close to purchasing that car. I was this close to, and I didn't. The lady said, "So what did you think about the car?" I said, "Man, I love that shit." And she was like, "So," and I said, "No." Why the fuck would you say no? Man, when I tell you I had the worst coughing fit, bro. And I was like, you knew. But you knew. But you knew. You done fucked up. You done fucked up. You knew you done fucked up. So, I have to stop going back on my word. I have to stop, I have to speak up. And that's why I do what I do, because it just, more and more, I'm appreciating who I am, who I already was. Because damn near I had lost her. I almost lost her. And like, you can't go back. You can't unsee shit. You can't unknow shit. You can't unlearn shit. And you can't, like, once you know, you just know. And you have nowhere else to go but forward. Like, even if you try to go back, like, even if you try to go back to something or somewhere, whatever the case may be, there's going to be either one, a blockage, two, a tower moment, or three, that's pretty much it. Now, if that's the case, I don't know why I'm talking about this. This has nothing to do with what I was talking about, but if you go back, you're either going to hit a dead end, and it's not going to be able to go through. It's like channels in a river, and if there's a block, if there's a rock, if there's a piece of wood, if there's a dam, nothing will be able to get through fully. Or it's a fucking tower moment, and then you just have a big fucking storm just knock over the fucking dam, and everything is just fucking destroyed. So why would you have to go through all that again and again and again when you could just move forward and go with the river? Like, go the direction that God intended you to go. I don't know. I don't know. That was spirit led, honestly, because we was talking about. I mean, I guess because we have been talking about water. Pure, pure. Go where energy is pure. Taint. Oh yeah. Tainted energy, man. Tainted energy is a hard. That shit is hard to shake too, because sometimes you don't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't recognize it until. No, the thing is, let me take all that back. It's you have to be self-aware. So I'm very self-aware, but not. A lot of people take me as naive. I just don't say shit. So I'm very self-aware. So I know when my energy is off, because I know who I am and I know what my composition is. My composition is very divine. My composition is very earthly. My composition is very ooh, universal. So I'm tapped in. Even when I don't want to be tapped in and I don't want to recognize when I'm tapped in. Once you see things, you can't unsee them. Once you know things, you can't unknow them. And my energy had been, I don't know. I know when something's off because I'm not the same person. I don't know how to really explain that, but and then everything happened so like fast. Everything happened so fast. Each day something different occurred in my life and it all connected, and I was just like boom, bow, the bow. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's journey is very different. Like I feel like we all are living similar paths, but they're definitely very unique to how we are supposed to grow and expand and heal on this earth. Each experience is different for each one, but at the same time we are all still going down this in the same connection, the same path. Especially if, okay, we talking about connections. I'm too tired for this. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. I did not know I was going to be talking for this long. I feel like each person you come into contact with, you've already formed the connection on a 5D level. You already formed a connection on a spirit in the spiritual realm before you met in the 3D, before you actually met on the earthly plane. So now y'all are two people on the same playing field. And it's up to the conscious and the subconscious that self-awareness, and that the things that are not as paid attention to, the subconscious, how we react and how we respond in certain situations, is up to the two people on how shit goes about whatever the connection is. I don't know what we talking about. A job, a friend, a family, a lover, a person you met on the street. It's all about how you go about that interaction. Are you going to take that shit to the left? Or are you going to take that shit to the right? You got, I'm not going to say you got options, but you got options. Why are we talking about this? Now, if you decide to use your pure energy in the proper way, then that level of the connection is going to go to a higher vibration. But if you allow your subconscious to take over, because your subconscious basically is like, those are, okay, so the subconscious rules know what the fuck it rules, but this is what the fuck I'm gonna say. The subconscious displays how we react in certain situations, whether we know it or not, which causes triggers, which could cause triggers, which thus, that is kind of what the healing journey is. Healing the subconscious to gain back control of the conscious. And so if there are certain things done in a connection to where you are not aware of it happening, the level of connection is not going to be at its most highest vibration. It's not going to, because the potential is there. The potential for the connection to go to a high vibration is there. But the subconscious, whatever you're thinking subconsciously, which are, I'm not going to say they're illusions. I'm going to have to study this. I'm going to have to research this, because I didn't know I was going to be talking about this. This is not really something, this is above my pay grade. This is not me. So that's, I guess that's the point of being self-aware and knowing who you are. Because at a pure state, water can do so many things. It can solidify, it can evaporate, it can turn into a gas, it can turn into a liquid, and it can turn into a solid. It's very transformative, it's very versatile. It's never just one way. So if we are not using all of ourselves, if we are not using all of our potential, like that brain is at 10%, that's bullshit. That's so fucking bullshit. I don't care what anyone says. I don't have to read. Hell no. If we don't allow ourselves, if we are not aware that we are not using all of ourselves to either better a connection or to form a connection or maintain a connection, whatever the case may be, then we are not at our highest vibration. The connection can only go but so high, but you have to be as high as you want that connection to go. You can't be asking for a high vibration connection at a low frequency. That's not how it works. Because in retrospect, God can send you a connection while you're at a low frequency, and you're not even going to be able to receive the vibrations that person is giving on to you. You won't even be able to, because y'all are not on the same. Why am I talking about this? So, purity. I think if you want to see something, purity. If you want to be something, purity. Pure energy. You can't be impure. There's a lot of impure energy around us. Tainted. Just tainted. You can't really see the authenticity anymore. You can't see the genuineness anymore. You can't see the genuinity. You can't see, like, peaks. You get little peaks. You get creaks and cracks and crevices of it, fall through, you know what I'm saying? The apple don't fall too far from the tree. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you've come from a lineage of, anyway. So, and you know what? That's actually, I don't like that statement, because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. That that expression, in my personal opinion, is bullshit too. Because if that was the case, okay. But that's why healing is important. Because yes, you could come from a lineage of impure people or ingenuine people, or but that self-awareness is a must. I'm telling you, that self-awareness is important. Because how are you going to be aware of the things that was even happening in your lineage to even get to the point where you are trying to heal those things, those generational curses? How are you going to even be able to take that first step to break those shits? How would you even know where to start? You have to be self-aware. You have to acknowledge that there is a problem. You have to acknowledge that there is something wrong with this shit. That's it. You have to get to the source and break that shit. Like one of them fucking chocolate fucking hard shell things and all the chocolate. Yeah. With the surprise inside and shit. I'm telling you, there's always gonna be a surprise. A surprise inside the shit when you break it. And the shell, in essence, is our vessel. But when you crack that shit open, it's the soul. That's the pure energy right there. We are just made up of pure energies. If we take away the ego, if we take away all the doubt, the fears, the ego, the pride, all that shit, the low vibration, just soul, just pure fucking light source. You gotta get back to purity. I need to change the name of this reading and shit. Yeah. And yeah, it's about to hit 4 o'clock. And my mind is made up. My mind is made up at this point. So I think I talked long enough. I talked your head off and shit. And that's all. So thank you for joining my J Talk. And I don't want to end like that. I don't want to end like that. That's not me. Fuck that shit. So what I want to leave y'all off with is get back to you. Get back to who you are. Remember who you are. You have always been that person. If you feel like you need to take some time and get your energy right, do that. Do that. It's always best sometimes to go into hermit mode. It's okay to feel okay. You don't have to feel guilty or ashamed of taking time for yourself. It's not fucking selfish. The people who don't respect that shit were the ones that were okay with you not having fucking boundaries. If you are afraid to say no, it's because those same people are taking advantage of your time, space, and energy. So what you need to do, I can't tell you what to do. It would be best if you placed firm boundaries with people, and if they overstepping them, you know, go within, go inward, seek your light. Ask yourself, remember who you are. Ask yourself, who am I? Who are you? Who are you? When you see it, you'll see it, and you'll never be able to unsee that shit, man. I mean, that experience was just amazing. Like, being able to see me then, now, like, her now, like, bro, I was there. Like, I was there, and she saw me, yo. Like, wow. Like, that was me. Like, but that's still me. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, that's still me. Like, I ain't never changed, bruh. I ain't never changed, bruh. I might have grown, but that, like, you have to do that. People talk about, you've changed. Nigga, and that's what we supposed to do. We ain't supposed to stay the same. We supposed to evolve in this bitch. That, how the soul gonna grow if it ain't evolving? Like, I don't want to be a baby soul forever. Like, I want to be able to master this shit so I don't have to keep reincarnating here. So I don't have to keep learning the same fucking lessons. Don't you want to fucking grow? Don't you get tired of doing the same shit over and over again? Don't you get tired of that shit? I'm really talking to myself right now. I do get tired of that shit. You get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, it's like, okay, now we really gotta change by this point, you know? We tired of this shit. I'm tired of being in the same motherfucking phase. I'm tired of being in the same motherfucking place. Different surroundings, same energy. That's all it is. Every time you come up to the same lesson, it's gonna be a different environment with the same energy. Energy. It's all about the energy. If the energy is fucking tainted and you haven't worked on changing it, it's going to continue to remain tainted. But you have to recognize what part of your soul is tainted so you can purify it, so you can get back to that, so you can cleanse it, so you can clear it, so you can heal it, so you can transmute that shit into positive energy, clear energy, clear channel, clear vessel. That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you liked it, like it. If you don't. But if you enjoyed, I appreciate you. I love y'all, and